Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today I want to look at Treeverse, which is actually a project we have covered in the past, but we're going to take a look at kind of their website here, the gameplay of it. We'll look at some updates that they just recently came out within their ecosystem, and we'll look at how you can get involved within Treeverse if it's something you choose to do so. So if you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and some of the projects like Treeverse that we bring to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. You guys' support means everything. So if we look at Treeverse here, so what it is a top-down open world classless MMORPG. So we'll look here, they have their combat trailer so you can get a gist of the idea of the game. So again, you can kind of see that it is that top down. So I think the gameplay looks pretty good. Obviously this is not the full release of the game, so the game is still building. I believe they are looking at launching in 2024. There is not an exact date at this time, and they will be having an in-game token, I believe, called Clouds. So if we look here, again, that's kind of the rough idea of it. I like the artwork, actually. If we look again, yep, what is Treeverse? So it is being built by the team over at Endless Clouds, which we'll be taking a look at their Twitter as well here later. So you start in the city of Lorwick. You meet up with friends, party up, kill monsters, gather resources, create your monster shards, create blueprints, conquer all the different worlds. So if you're a fan of kind of like this art style, that's going to resonate really well with you, or just top downs in general. And again, this is coming probably next year, 2024. So, which makes sense. Obviously, they've been building throughout the bear market, and it makes sense if you're going to launch, you might as well launch closer to a bull market sentiment in the market, as bear market launches typically don't go as well. You can subscribe to their Substack for monthly updates. So if you're interested in there, and again, I just like the artwork of it. I think the artwork is very, very cool, very clean. Again, it doesn't take a super in-depth 4K graphic game to hit. I mean, a lot of people like these more, I don't know if it's cartoonish or animated artwork, so I like it. And again, they have the NFT trees, so NFT trees will, or NF trees, I guess, NF trees will produce unique fruit depending on the traits of the tree. Once placed, holders can set a set price for the fruits that the trees bear, and other players can purchase for them. So obviously, when you consume the fruit, it'll give minor temporary buffs to the players. Then they have their Endless Clouds cards, which will act as a plot. You can place them inside of Treeverse, design the interior and exterior, so I think of it as like your base, and you can also rent out your plots to other adventurers. So again, if you're too busy to play the game, if you want to get involved in the ecosystem still, but you don't have the time to play, you can get an Endless Clouds card and rent out your base to other people. So again, timeless or unique characters, kind of like avatars. And then we'll look at how much money they just recently raised, but look at the investors. This is where I really want to look at. So, I mean, you already have Animoca Brands, which I'm a big fan of, Skyvision Capital. And we look here, we can see two big angel investors that I want to point out is Elio Trades and Alex Becker. Obviously, we're familiar with their YouTube channels, pretty big influencers in the space. So if they talk about Treeverse, just in general, especially closer to when they launch, I think that will obviously help. Obviously, it's not going to be the only reason they do well, but it will definitely be a beneficial factor in my opinion. And then they have some FAQs down here. If it'll be free to play, obviously, yes, it will be free to play. Do you need a phone to play? It is designed for mobile, but they will be planning to port to PC at official launch. So I do like that they're coming to the mobile aspect, because again, I think mobile gaming is going to be huge. They do plan to have a open release within 2024. Again, you can stay up to date on their Substack for more updates, but again, that's just what they have building right now. And they did put out, since it is being built by Loopify, who is also building Endless Clouds, which is building Treeverse. I know it's kind of a something to follow there, but again, just worth noting of who it's coming from. So this is the game currently. They put out the alpha a little bit ago, not too long ago, but again, you get in. Looks like he's playing with his friends, and again, being that top down, it looks like this is designed for the mobile. Maybe that's how you would move with your thumb, and then you have your mini map up here, all your different stats, weapons, and I like the artwork. Again, I can't say that enough because I think it's so simple and it's so easy to get into. I can see this, playing inside like an airport, if you're on a layover, or even just playing it at home, playing with some friends at work, even though you probably shouldn't be doing that at work, but you could. But either way, this is kind of what the gameplay is going to look like. If you're interested, it's going to look like this roughly. Obviously, the game has not fully launched, so again, this isn't the end-all, be-all, but this is just them going through a dungeon right now with gathering some resources. And again, you kind of get the rough idea. This looks like they ran into like a bigger boss, and then you can add friends within the game. So again, very cool that you can get your friends involved. So if we look at it again, yes. So Endless Clouds, who's building Treeverse, they did go ahead and they raised an additional 2.5 million to carry on building. So if we look here, you can see that they got their funding from, again, like Aminoka Brands, Yield Guild Games, FaZe Clan, Immutable X, Pudgy Penguins, Pixelmon, Pixels Online, Pixel Vault, just to name a few, which all of those names are very big in the space. And they have their angel investors, again, you have Becker, you have Elio Trades, you have other angel investors. So, I mean, people are wanting this game to come out. They're raising money, which is always good to see. So they keep just building up that fund. And then Loopify did put out this long kind of thread to be like, hey, this is what's going on, how you can get involved. So it is a mobile game studio, Endless Clouds, working on Treeverse, and they're working on another project too called Capsule Heroes. We're not going to read this whole thread just because it is, pretty long, but just gives you an idea. So they did raise a bunch of money. Again, Aminoka Brands, Momentum, and then they have angels like Alex Becker, Elio Trades, FaZe Banks. Those three alone are pretty big names. And then they tell you, hey, this is what we're building. They have a YouTube. You can go in and watch a little bit more updates within Treeverse as well, if it's a project that you're interested in and looking to keep up to date. Because, again, if it is going to come out in 2024, which I believe it will, and they do have their native token, again, Clouds, which they do get into. By the way, you can pause the video at any moment here if you want to read this thread, or if you just want to go on Twitter to Loopify, they have the thread right there as well. It's just a little bit too long to cover, and I don't want to just read off a screen. You guys can do that. So, but they will be saying dev builds launching in January for both games, since it is in stealth compared to Treeverse. And within 2024, we plan to have more open beta releases. Our motto is, this is the worst it will ever be, can only get better from here, which, it's a pretty good motto. I mean, I would believe that. So, again, they don't have an official release quite yet, but they are aiming for 2024. And since they've been building for a while, they're raising funds, they've already have some gameplay come out, I think they're going to hit that target. Hopefully it's before the official, blow off top bull run. I would hate to see them launch afterwards, kind of like some projects did last bull market, but I think that they know what they're doing, especially if they have the likes of Alex Becker and Elio Trades getting involved. I think they'll be fine. Who knows? Maybe they'll join Neo Tokyo, or maybe they already are. I don't know. But yeah, I think they're going to be fine. But yeah, you can see here, in the future, our ecosystem will have a token called Clouds. This will be the premium currency used for exclusive limited access to features and content within our ecosystem, primarily both games. So it'll be a multi-game utility for their Clouds token, which I do like to see. You're having exposure to two different games for that one token. As for the chain our game will eventually be on, we're at the final stages of deciding that, prioritizing what is best for our users. It'd be great if they launched on Avalanche, because, again, if you're not familiar, you know my opinion. But I also have a feeling they might launch on Immutable X, seeing as how Immutable X was one of the backers or fundraisers. So I would not be surprised to see Treeverse launch on Immutable X. But hey, either chain, whatever chain they choose, I'm sure will be fine. Just hopefully not Ethereum. I kid. But either way, that's kind of the updates on Treeverse. Again, the money that they raise, the gameplay that they have out now since the last time we covered it, and the bigger investors, again, bringing up Elio Trades and Alex Becker, just two that are pretty noteworthy. But either way, that's Treeverse. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of Treeverse? Is it a game that you can see yourself playing? Is it a game that you have some hype around it, or do you not like it at all? Is a game not for you? Is it not your style? Let's talk about it. If you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.